So I think it was a little much. So question was, what do you do when? What's the etiquette? That was the question.
What's the etiquette if someone taps you and they don't respect it enough? They hurt you.
Yes, or like they continue. I read it's like if they continue after you tap. I'll Paul Harris.
Yes. Tree was it Tree Stump?
Tree Stump.
I'm gonna say Tree Trunks, but that's an Adventure Time reference there.
Yes. So, first thing is that you gotta talk to the guy. You're like, hey, or girl. It's like, hey, I tapped. You kept going. What's up with that? Mm-hmm. If they're not responsive to that, you should talk to your instructor because eventually somebody's gonna get hurt. And you know, I think that's like a social contract. Biggest social contract in jiu-jitsu is we're gonna try to kill each other, but
not quite.
Not quite. Like if I tap, we're gonna stop.
Respect the tap.
You have to respect the tap, and no matter what happened, no matter like you know they got kicked in the face 2 seconds ago, you have to respect the tap. And like the short of it is, if whoever you're training with has a habit of doing that, that is not somebody you want at your school.
Yeah, I remember this is a long time ago. Back when I was like a white belt, there was this purple belt who had this really good armbar from guard, and he was like hitting everyone with it, but he like would get everyone a little too hard.
Yeah. And
then he went to a tournament, and he got a guy from like a rival school, and he hurt the guy's arm, and so the other instructor's really mad. And at the tournament, you're like, it was just fair play. But then like the next day, he did it to one of our own white belts again. So it went from like he got yelled at for the whole class. It's like, listen, if you're going to actually, he was a blue belt who wanted to be a purple belt.
Okay.
And he was told
he was making the purple belt push.
He was making that push, but then he was told like, listen, part of being a purple belt is being able to not hurt your partners.
Yeah.
You got a really good arm bar, too good right now because all you can do is hurt people with it.
Yeah.
And he had just hurt one of the white belts at the gym, and so he was told like, you're going to get your purple belt by not hurting anyone else, or you're going to get kicked out of the school. Yeah. So he had to learn to chill out a little bit. Yeah,
I mean, when you compete, there's like that gray line where, especially as a competition match, you're gonna go a little bit harder than you would at your own school because a lot of times like people don't really tap at tournaments. They think they're Gumby all of a sudden, so you have to go a little bit extra, but you have to be able like stay under control when you're training with your training partners.
Yeah. I don't even know if people are like being Gumby on purpose because I remember I competed at a purple belt. And I got in a Kimura. Yeah. And in my mind, I was like, it's not close.
Oh, I mean, what else?
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. And I got out somehow. And then afterwards, like later in the day, I was like, man, my shoulder kind of bugs me. And I asked one of my friends who was watching me. I was like, that wasn't close, right? He's like, I have no idea how your arm's not broken. Your hand was like behind the back of your head.
I had like a similar moment. Like I began a division sometime. Kimura. I'm like, yeah, I'm good. I like got out of it somehow. I had to get like my bones were out of place at the elbow. Yeah. I had to get like put back in.
Yeah, so your brain and your body just does not know sometimes in tournament, but in training, yeah, don't hurt people.